Good morning, students. Today I am going to revise topic Lahore session. As most of you have done wrong in the paper, today I am going to revise chapter Nationalism in India from Lahore session. So first of all, Lahore session. It was held in December 1929. Note down December 1929 under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And this session had four provisions. First of all, for the first time, first provision मैं बोलती हूँ, for the first time, Congress demanded Puran Swaraj or complete independence. Second, Pandit Nehru pledged that 26 January 1930 would be celebrated as Independence Day in the whole of India. Third, they decided to boycott the first round table conference declared by Lord Irwin. Congress decided to boycott the first round table conference declared by Lord Irwin. And the fourth provision was Pandit Nehru said that if the demands of Mahatma Gandhi were not fulfilled, then Congress would launch civil disobedience movement under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Listen again. Pandit Nehru said that if the demands of Mahatma Gandhi will not be fulfilled, then Congress would launch civil disobedience movement under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. So this is about Lahore session. First of all, you have to learn year, month, and the leader of this session, and then about the four provisions. 1 mark question can also be asked, or 3 mark question can also be come from this topic. Next is 11 demands of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji wrote letter to Lord Irwin on 31st January 1930. This session was held in December 1929. अब आ गया 31st January 1930. Gandhiji wrote letter to Lord Irwin. In that he put forward his 11 demands. Out of these, abolition of salt tax was one. Gandhiji asked Irwin to fulfill all the demands. He gave an ultimatum till 11 March. He asked that his demands must be fulfilled by 11th March. 11 demands, 11th March. Gandhiji gave an ultimatum that his demands must be fulfilled by 11th March. But Irwin said all the demands irrealistic, that he would not fulfill the demands. That's why Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement on 12th March. 11th March तक का अल्टीमेटम था and Gandhiji launched civil disobedience movement on 12th March 1930. Civil disobedience means to disobey British rule. In this movement, Gandhiji asked Indians not to cooperate the British and disobey their rules. disobey the British rules. Gandhiji started this movement on 12th March 1930. When he started this movement, he had 78 volunteers with him. Sarojini Naidu was one of the women members with Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji walked from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi Coast, and distance was 240 miles. Distance was 240 miles. Daily Gandhiji walked 10 miles. He walked 10 miles daily and stopped and gave speeches. Wherever he stopped, he gave speeches. Women with their kids came out of their houses to listen to the speeches of Mahatma Gandhi. Women were so impressed that they joined the march with their kids. Earlier, the number of members of this movement was only 78. But when Gandhiji reached Dandi Coast, number of members reached to 2 lakh. Earlier, number of members were 78. When he started from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi Coast, number of members were 78. When Gandhiji reached Dandi Coast, number of members reached to 2 lakh. On the way, people joined this movement. And Gandhiji reached Dandi Coast on 6th April 1930. He reached Dandi Coast on 6th April 1930 and broke down the salt law by boiling some sea water or collecting salt from the sea. When Gandhiji broke down the laws made by the British, people in other parts of India started breaking rules made by British. People refused to pay chaukidari taxes. They refused to pay revenue. They started collecting forest produce. Forest dwellers started collecting forest produce. In Peshawar, Abdul Ghaffar Khan, he was known as Frontier Gandhi. One more question. Who was known as Frontier Gandhi? Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Abdul Ghaffar Khan in Peshawar broke down the laws made by the British. He was arrested by the British. Many Indians were arrested by British. Near about 1 lakh people were in jail. Pandit Nehru was also in jail. Abdul Ghaffar Khan was also in jail. So these were the political prisoners. Gandhiji was shocked to see this and he wanted to release these political prisoners. Gandhiji asked Irwin to release these political prisoners. So between Mahatma Gandhi and Lord Irwin, Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed. Which pact? Gandhi-Irwin Pact. This pact was signed on 5th March 1931. This question was given in yesterday's paper. Yesterday was the paper of NTSC students, few NTSC students. They were not appeared in the PT3 exam. So they have given their exam yesterday, and this question was asked, and I have checked. Mostly students have written this wrong. 5th March की जगह बच्चों ने लिख दिया अप्रैल, कोई कुछ जनवरी लिख रहा है. Learn it. On 5th March 1931, Gandhi-Irwin Pact was signed. So what were the provisions of this pact? Gandhiji asked Irwin to release the political prisoners. Irwin asked Gandhiji to call back his civil disobedience movement and to attend the second round table conference that would be held in London. Gandhiji agreed. He decided to call back his civil disobedience movement and went to London, but got disappointed because in the second round table conference, Irwin refused to release the political prisoners. Gandhiji fulfilled both the demands of Irwin. He called back the civil disobedience movement. While going to London, Gandhiji called back his civil disobedience movement. He fulfilled the second demand also, that he went to London to attend the second round table conference, but Irwin refused to release the political prisoners. So Gandhiji got disappointed. He came back India, and in 1932 he came back India and decided to relaunch civil disobedience movement. But this time people lost their faith in this movement and they didn't join this movement, and this movement was totally failed in 1934. So learn it about civil disobedience movement that was launched on 12th March 1930. Totally ended in 1934. Earlier it was called back by Mahatma Gandhi in 1932. Then he relaunched this movement. While going to London, he called back. In 1931, he called back. In 1932, when he came from London, he relaunched this movement. In 1932, he relaunched, but this movement was totally failed in 1934. So this movement was launched for 2 times. And this movement was called totally failed in 1934 as people lost their faith. In second round table conference, there were clashes between Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar also. About this we will read later. But आप इसको दिमाग में रखोगे कि in second round table conference, there were clashes between Mahatma Gandhi and Lord Irwin due to separate electorate. B.R. Ambedkar demanded separate electorate. Gandhiji was not in the favor of separate electorate. Irwin was on the side of B.R. Ambedkar because he wanted to divide Indians. Gandhiji declared fast unto death, and B.R. Ambedkar then had to agree with Mahatma Gandhi. So between them, Pune Pact was signed. About this, we will read later. Now come to the civil disobedience movement. How people participated this movement? How people participated civil disobedience movement? Yeah, my people participated civil disobedience movement. First of all, so peasants, rich peasants and poor peasants. First of all, divide the peasants into 2 parts: rich peasants, poor peasants. Rich peasants, patidars of Gujarat, Jats of Uttar Pradesh were the active participants of this movement. यही टॉपिक मैं एक बार 1 मिनट ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन मैंने आई हैव टोल्ड यू री राइट द स्टेटमेंट में भी क्वेश्चन आने हैं. मैं 1 मिनट ऐसे बोलती हूँ. Listen carefully. जाट सोप गुजरात, पतीदार जोक उत्तर प्रदेश। अब आप अपने आप सोचो, मैंने गलत बोला। जब ये क्वेश्चन री राइट में भी आ सकते हैं, ऐसे क्वेश्चन होते हैं। अभी मैं पहले बोल रही थी पतीदार जोक गुजरात, जाट सोप उत्तर प्रदेश, इसी को मैं गलत करके बोल रही हूँ। मैं बोल रही हूँ जाट सोप गुजरात, पतीदार जोक उत्तर प्रदेश, और आपको कह रही हूँ री राइट द स्टेटमेंट बाय करेक्टिंग इट। तो आपको इसमें करेक्शन करके दोबारा लिखना है, ऐसे क्वेश्चन पेपर में आएंगे। आप कैसे करेक्शन करोगे? आप ऐसे लिख दोगे ना, पतीदार जोक गुजरात, जाट सोप उत्तर प्रदेश, और द एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ दिस मूवमेंट। मैंने पहले आपको गलत बोल के भी दिखाया है, तो उसको री राइट करना बाय मेकिंग करेक्शन। ऐसे क्वेश्चन भी आपको आने हैं, ठीक है। तो पतीदार ऑफ गुजरात, जाट्स ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश वर द एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ दिस मूवमेंट। These people, these were the rich peasants, and you know civil disobedience movement was launched during the years of depression in the whole world. Then there were economic crisis. 1929 to 1932 years in the world history were known as the years of depression. You know it well. तो ये years of depression में launch हुई है civil disobedience movement. So rich peasants, they were not in a condition due to depression years, due to economic crisis. Rich peasants were not in the condition to pay revenue to British government. And I've told you before that British never remitted revenue. They postponed it to next year, but never remitted revenue. These people wanted to remit their revenue. They were on the view that Gandhiji would help them to remit their revenue. That's why they joined this movement. But while going London, when Gandhiji called back this movement, he did nothing for these people. So when Gandhiji came back from London, he relaunched this movement. These rich peasants lost their faith and they didn't join this movement again. Next, poor peasants. Poor peasants had their fight with rich peasants, means Indian से लड़ रहा है. Rich peasants wanted to remit revenue from British government. Their fight was with British. But poor peasants had their fight with rich peasants. Indian से लड़ाई है. Poor peasants wanted to remit their land rents. Rent माफ करवाना चाहते थे. But Congress had good relations with the rich peasants. So that's why poor peasants were ignored by the Congress. So next is industrialists. Industrialists and workers. How industrialists join this movement? You have to, अगर industrialists पूछते हैं, then you have to write about workers also. Workers भी industrialists में ही आएंगे. So industrialists were the active participants of this movement. They were financial supporters of this movement. Industrialists joined this movement because during the First World War, various restrictions on trade activities were imposed by British. Now these people wanted the freedom of trade. And that's why they joined this movement. They were on the view that Gandhiji would help them to get freedom of trade. They joined this movement. But Gandhiji did nothing when he went to London. He called back the movement without consulting with these people. So when Gandhiji relaunched this movement, these people lost their faith and didn't join. Workers had their fight with industrialists. Means Indian से लड़ रहा. Industrialists wanted freedom of trade from British. They had their fight with British, but workers had their fight with Indians, with industrialists. Workers wanted to increase their wages and to decrease their working hours. So Congress had good relations with industrialists. So that's why Congress ignored workers. Congress didn't want to spoil its relations with industrialists and ignored the workers. Only in Nagpur region, workers joined this civil disobedience movement. In Nagpur region, workers were so impressed by Mahatma Gandhi that they started wearing Gandhian cap. But workers were ignored by the Congress. Next is high caste Hindu and low caste. Congress always afraid from high caste Hindus such as Sanatanis and always ignored the low caste Hindus. It was only Mahatma Gandhi from the Congress who said Swaraj would not come till untouchability would not be eliminated. Gandhiji gave them the name of Harijans. He himself cleaned the toilets to give importance to the work of Bhangis. Bhangis means sweepers. So, from the low caste community, B.R. Ambedkar. B.R. Ambedkar himself was Dalit. He fought for the rights of the Dalit. He started Depressed Classes Association. He demanded separate electorate for these people because he was on the view that condition of these people would not be improved till they would not come in power. So that's why we wanted that these people must be come in power. In this way, their condition would be improved. B.R. Ambedkar demanded separate electorate for these people. I've told you before that in the second roundtable conference, there were clashes between Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar regarding separate electorate. B.R. Ambedkar demanded separate electorate. Irwin was on the side of B.R. Ambedkar. Gandhiji was not in the favor of separate electorate, and Gandhiji wanted to give joint electorate. He was on the view that with this, there would be a division of the country. Gandhiji declared fast unto death. So B.R. Ambedkar had to agree with Mahatma Gandhi. Between B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi, Pune Pact was signed. In 1932, September 1932, Pune Pact was signed between B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. One more question, between whom Pune Pact was signed? B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. When Pune Pact was signed? September 1932. September 1932, when Gandhiji came from London. And in 1932, he came back from London, and then between Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar, Pune Pact was signed in September 1932, and it had following provisions. What were the provisions? Listen. First of all, these people had to be voted in general electorate, not in separate electorate. Seats were reserved for these people in government bodies. Later, these people were known as SC or ST, but they have to be voted in general electorate, not in separate electorate. So this is about civil disobedience movement and low caste Hindus. Next, women or women participated. As you know that Sarojini Naidu was one of the women members who joined this march from the very beginning. And on the way, wherever Gandhiji stopped to give speeches, women with their kids came out of their houses to listen to the speeches of Mahatma Gandhi. And women were so impressed that they joined this movement. So women were the active participants of this movement. But Gandhiji himself said that women are not fit for politics. They had to do only household work. So that's why, due to these views, no important position was given to Sarojini Naidu in the Congress. No important position was given. She was the member of civil disobedience movement from the very beginning. She joined this march when Gandhiji started this movement, but no important position was given to her in the Congress. As Gandhiji himself said that women are not fit for politics. They had to do only household work. The next is Muslims. Muslims didn't join this movement. There were various reasons why Muslims didn't join this movement, as the feelings of alienation came among Muslims. Muslims were always on the view that Congress was dominated by Hindu Mahasabha. Mahasabha was the committee of Hindus, and Muslims, they were on the view that Hindu Mahasabha would do nothing for Muslims. And feelings of alienation also came during non-cooperation movement also. When Gandhiji and Muslims launched this movement, Muhammad Ali, Shaukat Ali launched this movement jointly. But when Gandhiji called back the movement, he didn't consult with Ali brothers, called back the movement without consulting Ali brothers. And on the other hand, British also followed the policy of divide and rule. So there were various reasons why Muslims don't join this movement. So Muslims were not the participants of this movement. In those days, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the leader of Muslim League, as there was committee of Hindus, Hindu Mahasabha. Muslims also formed their committee known as Muslim League. It was formed in 1906. आपको ये करना नहीं है, नॉट इन योर सिलेबस, बट हमने यहाँ पे यही करना है कि इन दोज डेज लीडर ऑफ मुस्लिम लीग वाज मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना. ये तो याद रखना चाहिए ना. When was Muslim League formed? Muslim League was formed in 1906. And in those days, leader of this league was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Jinnah demanded that seats would be reserved for the Muslims in the areas where they were in majority. Firstly, Jinnah demanded separate electorate for the Muslims. Then he said that he would give up his demand. Jinnah ne separate electorate manga. Like B.R. Ambedkar, he also demanded separate electorate. But he said that he would give up his demand if seats were reserved for the Muslims in the areas where they were in majority. As the negotiations was going on, one of the leader of Hindu Mahasabha, M.R. Jaikar, said that he would not do any kind of compromise with Muslims. That he said that Hindu Mahasabha would not do any kind of compromise with Muslims. So due to this, Jinnah demanded separate state. He said that no, we want separate state. He refused to live with Hindus and demanded separate state for Muslims. So due to this, India was divided into two parts, India and Pakistan. And dream of Mahatma Gandhi was, आप कह सकते हो कि was not fulfilled, he was shocked when India was divided into two parts. Gandhiji was shocked to say this. He wanted united India, not divided India. So students, learn all these topics. First of all, revise Lahore session. I'm going again tell you what you have to revise Lahore session. Then you have to revise about 11 demands of Mahatma Gandhi. Then civil disobedience movement, Gandhi Pact. Then How people participated civil disobedience movement. How people participated this movement was the last topic of this lesson. So please revise these topics and learn thoroughly and try to solve different forms of question paper, different forms of questions from the sample papers. All the best. Thank you for